Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we are going to see the Cubs and Cardinals for Game 3 of a 4-game series in St. Louis. The Cubs have had a rough road trip so far, having lost 4 out of 5, including the first 2 here in St. Louis. Yesterday's game was an extra inning decision where the Cardinals scored 3 times in the 11th inning. So the Cardinals now trying to effectively put the Cubs away out of playoff contention for the season. But the Cubs trying to fight their way back and possibly earn a split here in St. Louis. The Cubs are going to send the lefty James Paxton out to the mound today. He's making start number 22. He is 12-2 with a 3.48 ERA and a whip of exactly 1. The Cubs lineup is going to be Cabrera, Bruce, Rizzo, Bryant, Bradley, Horner, Hayward, Ramos, and the pitcher Paxton. The Cardinals lineup will include Martinez as the pitcher. Carlos Martinez is making start number 31. He is 11-6 with a 3.12 ERA and a 1.12 whip. The Cardinals lineup will be Wong, Goldschmidt, Bader, DeYoung, Kemp, Fowler, Molina. The pitcher, Martinez, batting 8th, and Donovan Solano batting 9th. The temperature is 75 degrees today, and the wind is blowing in from right at 11 mph. And now, as a raucous crowd fills into the stadium, we see the Cubs and Cardinals facing off. The Cardinals are taking the field as Drupal Cabrera coming up for the Cubs to face off with Martinez here in the top of the first inning. 1-2 is the count. The Cubs coming in 4 games under 500 and 3rd place in the NL Central, while the Cardinals coming in at 83-65, 1st place in the Central. Cardinals trying to fight for an improved playoff spot here as they face the Cubs. So as Drupal Cabrera, the switch hitter, stepping in from the left side, and here's the pitch. And a liner down the right field line, that's going to be a base hit. Cabrera's going to have a leadoff extra base hit. He's going to stand into second with a double. So Cabrera on second base in scoring position for the Cubs, and he'll bring up Jay Bruce. With nobody out, runner on second, here's a 1-strike count, and the pitch to Jay Bruce. And that's lined into center field. That's going to be another base hit. Center fielder plays it on a hop. Cabrera rounding third and heading home. He slides and he is safe. So Jay Bruce drives in an RBI single for the Cubs here in the top of the first inning, and it is now a 1-0 ball game. Anthony Rizzo comes up next for the Cubs. He's going to face Martinez with nobody out, 1 run already in. Bruce standing on first and a 1-1 pitch. And Rizzo lines that one down the right field line. That'll be another base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is Jay Bruce. The throw comes and Bruce is tagged for the out. So Jay Bruce is thrown out by Dexter Fowler over at third base, attempting to advance on the base hit. Rizzo is on first now, 1 out, and Chris Bryant is the batter. Bryant waiting for the 1-2 pitch, and he drives that one into center field. However, it's going to be caught. Coming in is the center fielder, Bader, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Jackie Bradley now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Jackie Bradley, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Bradley waves and misses to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. The Cubs are up by 1. Paxton might have to find out if he can make a 1-0 lead stand up in today's game. Paxton facing Wong to lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first. Paxton with the very first pitch in the bottom of the first inning. Here it comes. And a grounder out in front of the plate. The catcher picks it up, throws to first. That is going to be out number 1. Goldschmidt now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Paxton. Goldschmidt standing in. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The knuckle curve from Paxton gets him to swing and miss, and now Harrison Bader is the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count. Harrison Bader waiting for the pitch. Paxton looking for the sign. And here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was the fastball high, and he threw it right by him. So Paxton retires him in order. We're going to the top of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Carlos Martinez coming back out to work here in the top of the second. He allowed 3 hits in the top of the first, and now a 3-1 count to Nico Horner. Here's the pitch. Grounder towards second, picked up, thrown over to first. That is going to be out number 1. Hayward now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 count, and the pitch to Jason Hayward, and he takes strike 3. The slider just caught the outside corner, and Hayward was frozen. So Wilson Ramos now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Wilson Ramos. Lined up the middle. Martinez just about had his head taken off right there as Ramos drove that one directly into straightaway center field. 2-out single for Ramos puts him on first. The pitcher Paxton coming up here in the top of the second inning. 1-1 count. Paxton waiting for the pitch. And a grounder to first. Picked up by Goldschmidt, steps on the base, and that will end the inning. Cubs stranding a runner. We're going to the bottom of the second of a 1-0 ball game. DeYoung now facing Paxton. Here in the bottom of the second. Here's a 2-2 count. And DeYoung waiting for the pitch. And a drive to deep left center field. However, it looks like Jay Bruce is going to make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Kemp now the batter, facing Paxton with 1 out, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Kemp. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to be the Cardinals' first hit of this ball game. Extra bases as Kemp rounds first, heading for second. He slides into second. He has a double. Hayward's throw was just a hair late, and Matt Kemp has the 1-out double for the Cardinals. Dexter Fowler now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Dexter Fowler and a grounder to third. Bryant has it, throws to first. That is out number 2. Molina now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Cardinals down by 1. Here's the first pitch from Paxton and a pop-up on the infield. Bryant calling for it, makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cardinals strand a runner. We're going to the top of the third of a 1-0 Cub lead. As Drupal Cabrera comes up, he is leading off for the Cubs again here in the top of the third inning, facing Carlos Martinez. Here is the first pitch from Martinez. And Cabrera lines that one down the right field line. That's going to be another base hit for him. He's going to stop at first this time with a single. So Cabrera on first, and Jay Bruce is the next batter. Nobody out, 1 man on, 1 ball count, and Bruce grounds it towards second. The shift was on, so the second baseman was way off toward first. That is going to be a 4-6-3 ground out as the double play is executed. The infield shift works perfectly for the Cardinals. And now Anthony Rizzo is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and it is low for ball 4. So Rizzo watches that ball 4 go by, and now Chris Bryant is going to be the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, 1-1 count, and Bryant is hit. Bryant is hit in the shoulder. He shakes it off and heads down to first. So suddenly the Cubs have 2 runners on with 2 outs, and now Jackie Bradley is the batter. Top of the third inning. Cubs threatening here with 2 outs. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and Bradley swings and misses for strike 3. That was a sinker, and Bradley swung right over it. We're going to the bottom of the third. Cubs strand 2. It's still a 1-0 ball game. Paxton facing the pitcher Martinez here in the bottom of the third. Here's a 1-ball count, and the pitch from Paxton. A grounder to first. Rizzo has it, steps on the base, and that is out number 1. Solano now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Solano. Liner up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. Paxton giving up the 1-out single. Solano stopping on first. And now the next batter will be Colton Wong. 1 out, 1 man on. 0-2 pitch from Paxton, and that gets away. That's a wild pitch. It's going all the way to the backstop. Now the runner is going to advance down to second is Solano, and the tying run is in scoring position for Colton Wong. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and Wong grounds it towards short. So Horner looks the runner back and throws over to first, which will be out number 2. Goldschmidt now batting. 2 outs, 1 man on. Paxton facing Goldschmidt here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch. And it's a grounder back toward the mound. Paxton has it, throws to first, and the side is retired. So Paxton navigates the leadoff base hit. We're going to the top of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. Nico Horner facing Carlos Martinez here in the top of the 4th. Horner waiting for the 3-0 pitch. That is outside for ball 4, so Horner heads down to first. And now the Cubs have the leadoff runner on, and Jason Hayward is the batter. Nobody out, 1 man on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Jason Hayward and a sharp grounder towards second. The throw goes to short, the relay to first, and there is another 4-6-3 double play. So the Cubs have grounded into 2 double plays in this game. Wilson Ramos now is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on, and a 2-0 pitch to Ramos and a liner up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Wilson Ramos with the 2-out single, and the Cubs, with 6 hits but only 1 run to their name, send James Paxton up to bat. 2 for 24 on the season, with the runner on first and 2 outs. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Paxton and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Paxton chases a bad pitch to end the inning. We're going now to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 1-0 ball game. Paxton will face Harrison Bader to lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 is the count. Paxton looking for the sign and the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss at a cutter for strike 3. Paxton records strikeout number 3 on the day, and now DeYoung is the batter. 1 out, nobody on base. Paxton with the first pitch. Grounder towards short, Horner has it, throws over to first, that is out number 2. And now the Cardinals will send up Matt Kemp with 2 outs and nobody on. Kemp waiting for the 0-2 pitch from Paxton. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Chased the slider that was down and in, and Paxton sets him down in order. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. It is a 1-0 Cub lead. Asdrubal Cabrera facing Carlos Martinez here in the top of the 5th. Martinez working, and there's a liner down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. Cabrera rounding first, heading for extra bases. Is he going to stop at second? Yes, he's going to have a stand-up double as Dexter Fowler retrieves the ball, gets it back into the infield quickly. So, leadoff double for Cabrera brings up Jay Bruce. Cabrera has actually led off 3 innings already in this game. Bruce facing Martinez with nobody out, runner in scoring position. Cubs looking for insurance runs, and there's a grounder towards second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is going to be out number 1. On the fielder's choice, we see Cabrera advancing over to third, and now the infield is drawn in. The shifted infield actually is drawn in against Anthony Rizzo with 1 out and a runner on third. Cubs already up by 1. Here's the first pitch to Rizzo, and he grounds that one to second. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. So the Cardinals infield defense once again bailing out their pitcher, and now Chris Bryant is going to come up. The infield is back. The shift is changed to the other side of the infield as Bryant steps up with a runner 90 feet away and 2 out. Here's a full count pitch to Chris Bryant, and that's driven hard. Center field, that's going to be playable. It's caught in front of the warning track for out number 3. So Bryant gives it a ride, but the Cubs strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 5th of a 1-0 ball game. And now Dexter Fowler facing James Paxton in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here is a 2-0 count. Paxton, and he lays down the bunt. So the throw goes to first. Dexter Fowler is going to beat it out for an infield single. The Cubs defense was definitely caught unaware right there. And now Molina is going to be the batter. The catcher Molina comes up with nobody out, 1 man on. 0-2 pitch from Paxton and a pop up to right. Coming in is Hayward. He has a line on it, and he makes the catch. That is out number 1. The pitcher Martinez will now be allowed to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. With a runner on first and 1 out, here's the 1-1 pitch, and Martinez grounds it to third. Bryant has it, throws over to first to get the sure out, and that is number 2 of the inning. Now that'll bring up Donovan Solano with 2 outs, tying run in scoring position, bottom of the 5th inning. Paxton working with a full count, And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Paxton has his 5th strikeout of the game, which ends the 5th inning. We're going to the top of the 6th of a 1-0 Cub lead. Jackie Bradley facing Carlos Martinez here in the top of the 6th. Martinez coming out with 77 pitches thrown. Here's an 0-2 count and the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Carlos Martinez was apparently injured throwing that pitch. The trainer is looking at his back, and Carlos Martinez is going to come out of this ball game. Matt McGill is going to be the reliever for the Cardinals. He's going to be given as much time as he needs to warm up due to the injury. McGill comes in with 56 in the 3rd innings thrown, 32 walks, 48 strikeouts, and his ERA really taken off with a 7.67 ERA. So McGill facing Horner here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a 1-1 count, and McGill looking for the sign and the pitch. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit for Nico Horner. So a 1-out single puts Horner on first, and it brings up Jason Hayward. 1 out, 1 man on. Hayward facing McGill. First pitch and a drive deep right field. Hayward looks up and he watches it leave. That is a 2-run home run for Jason Hayward. Number 11 on the season, giving the Cubs a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Jason Hayward crushes that 406 feet for his 11th home run of the season. And now Ramos facing McGill. Top of the 6th inning, bases are clear. 3-1 is the count. Ramos taking ball 4 inside. So that will put him on first, and it'll bring up the pitcher Paxton. 1 out, 1 man on. Paxton waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And Paxton swings and misses for strike 3. So that's the 2nd out of the inning. It'll bring up Asdrubal Cabrera, who is 3 for 3 on the day. And McGill facing Cabrera with Ramos on first and 2 outs and an 0-2 count here in the top of the 6th inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Cabrera chased one. That's the first time he's recorded an out in this game. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It is now 3-0 Chicago. Paxton coming out to face Wong here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 strike count. Paxton working. Here's the pitch. Drive into right field. This time Hayward coming in, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Goldschmidt now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count from Paxton, and here's the pitch. Popped up right center field. Bradley and Hayward are going to converge. Bradley will call for it and make the catch for out number 2. Bader now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch to Harrison Bader. And that is strike 3 called. So Paxton freezes him with the knuckle curve. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. It is still 3-0 Cubs. Jay Bruce is going to face Matt McGill leading off the top of the 7th inning. Bruce is 1 for 3 with an RBI on the day. 0-2 count, Bruce waiting for the pitch. And a drive to deep left field. Got that one off the end of the bat going the opposite way. Not going to quite be deep enough as Matt Kemp makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Rizzo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Rizzo facing McGill with a full count. And waiting for the pitch. And Rizzo takes inside for ball 4. That was a curve that missed pretty bad. And now Chris Bryant is going to be the batter, and he's going to face David Bednar. The Cardinals bring in the reliever Dave Bednar, who has 10 1/3 innings so far this season, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a .74 ERA. Bryant facing Bednar with a runner on first and 1 out. 2-1 is the count. Bryant waiting for the pitch. Bednar looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. Steps on second. Relay to first, and that'll be a double play to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-0 ball game. DeYoung facing Paxton here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-0 is the count. DeYoung waiting for the pitch. That is low. It is ball 4. So Paxton issues the walk. That is his first of the day. And now Kemp is the batter. Nobody out. 1 man on. Full count pitch to Matt Kemp. Here it comes. Inside for ball 4. And Paxton issues back-to-back walks leading off the 7th inning. Dexter Fowler is now the batter. Nobody out. 2 men on. Cardinals trailing by 3. Here's the first pitch to Dexter Fowler, and it gets away. It skips all the way back to the backstop. The runners are going to advance to second and third. And now Paxton has got himself in a real jam here in the bottom of the seventh. Fowler representing the tying run at the plate. Nobody out, 2 runners in scoring position. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Dexter Fowler. And it is high for ball 4. And James Paxton looks like he literally forgot to pitch when he came out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's now going to face Molina with the bases loaded and nobody out, the infield drawn in the bottom of the 7th inning. Full count. Molina waiting for the pitch from Paxton, a grounder to short. The throw comes home. The relay goes to first. Oh, but that's late. So the Cubs bring the infield defense in, and it works out to cut the runner down at home. The catcher, Molina, does beat out the relay throw to first. So now there are still bases loaded. There is 1 out. And the Cubs facing Dean. Austin Dean is the pinch hitter for the Cardinals. He comes in at 10 for 41 in the season with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Dean is going to face Paxton here in the bottom of the 7th inning with the Cardinals trailing by 3. Here is the first pitch from James Paxton. The infield is still drawn in. And a drive into left field. That's going to be caught. The throw comes home. And Jay Bruce, the throw skips away. Oh, Jay Bruce's throw was in. Oh, that was Tauschman. I'm sorry. There was a defensive change. Tauschman is in left field now. So Tauschman made the catch out and left for the second out of the inning. The throw home was right in time, but it was errant, and Tauschman allows the run to score on the error. So the Cardinals are now down 3-1. There are runners on second and third, and Edwin Diaz is going to be the new pitcher out of the Cub bullpen. He's going to relieve Paxton here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Diaz has struggled a bit of late. He has thrown 60 2/3 innings, recorded 25 walks, 90 strikeouts, and a 3.71 ERA. Diaz is going to face another pinch hitter. This time the Cardinals are going to send the switch hitter Tommy Edman up to bat from the left side against the righty Diaz. With a tying run on second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a 1-ball count, and Diaz looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder towards short. Warner has it, throws over to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cardinals score once. It is now a 2-run Cub lead going in the top of the 8th inning. The new Cardinal reliever is going to be lefty Tim Hill. He comes up with 34 innings thrown, 11 walks, 29 strikeouts, and a 6.03 ERA. Hill will face Bradley in the top of the 8th inning. 1-2 is the count. Hill looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. That is strike 3 called, so Bradley strikes out 4 times in the game, and that'll bring up Nico Horner. With 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 is the count to Horner. Here's the pitch from Hill. Strike 3 is called. That's a sinker on the outside corner. So 2 outs now, and Jason Hayward is the batter. He hit a home run his last time up. He's going to face Hill with 2 outs, nobody on base. 1-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Hayward. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Chased a slider that was down, and Hill strikes out the side. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. It is still a 3-1 Cub lead. Diaz is going to face Wong here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Diaz threw 2 pitches to end the 7th. He's now coming out, a 2-1 count, and here's the pitch. And a pop-up, deep center field. Going back is Bradley toward the wall, and he is going to make the catch for out number 1. That was very deep, and Bradley caught that right in front of the wall. Now that will bring up Paul Goldschmidt. With 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Goldschmidt waiting for the pitch. Popped up to right. This time Hayward coming in, and he gets under it to make the catch for out number 2. Harrison Bader now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is the pitch to Harrison Bader, and a grounder toward short. Horner picks it, throws to first, and that will end the inning. We're going to the top of the 9th. It is still a 3-1 Cub lead. Wilson Ramos is going to face off with the new Cardinal reliever Kirby Yates. Yates has thrown 54 and 2/3 innings, allowed 12 walks, 72 strikeouts, and a 3.62 ERA. He will face Ramos, the pitcher's spot, and Cabrera here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2 count. Ramos waiting for the pitch from Yates. And that is strike 3 called, so Ramos takes the fastball on the outside corner for strike 3. And Danny Santana now will be the pinch hitter. The switch-hitting Santana steps in from the left side against the righty Yates here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Santana waiting for the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, so Yates gets his second strikeout, which will bring up Asdrubal Cabrera. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Cabrera. And ball 4 low. Oh, it looked like the umpire wanted to ring him up right there, but the walk is issued. And now Tauschman is the batter. Defensive replacement earlier in this game. Tauschman comes up with 2 outs and 1 man on. Cubs looking to add to a 3-1 lead. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Tauschman, and Cabrera takes off. He slides into second. He's going to be safe with his 10th stolen base of the season. So Cabrera now in scoring position for Tauschman with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, and a grounder towards second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is going to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 9th of a 3-1 ball game. And Kerry Wood is going to bring in a new reliever to get the save here out of the bullpen. It's going to be Junior Fernandez in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fernandez will face the middle of the Cardinal lineup here in the bottom of the 9th. So Fernandez with a 1-1 count facing off against the batter DeYoung with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 9th. And there's a liner over the second baseman's head that's going to drop in for a base hit, kind of a seeing eye single to lead off the inning for the Cardinals, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter, the lefty Matt Carpenter, coming up against Junior Fernandez here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Nobody out, 1 man on. Fernandez working with a 3-1 count, and here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. Carpenter draws the walk, and the Cardinals now have the tying run on base here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Dexter Fowler is the batter. Nobody out, 2 men on. Fowler facing Fernandez, 3-0 count, and Fowler draws the walk on 4 straight pitches. So the Cardinals have now loaded the bases in the bottom of the 9th inning with nobody out, and now Brad Miller is going to be sent up to face Fernandez here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Miller is a .228 batter, but with 13 home runs on the season. Facing Fernandez, Cardinals down by 2. Here is the first pitch from Fernandez, and a pop up to right. Hayward heading toward the line. He is going to make the catch and fire it back to the cutoff man. That was not deep enough to allow the runner to score. So 1 out in the inning. And now the next pinch hitter is going to be Rangel Rovelo. He is 1 for 9 on the season, facing off against Fernandez with 1 out and the bases loaded. Cardinals down by 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here is the first pitch from Junior Fernandez. And a drive, deep right center field. Bradley coming over. He makes the catch and he fires it home, and the runner does not attempt to advance. Bradley's throw was basically a strike to home plate, and the runner saw that and decided not to attempt to advance. So the bases are still loaded, and there are 2 outs. And now Tommy Edman is the batter. Cardinals down to their final out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fernandez facing off against Edman here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Fernandez trying to close out this save. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to Edman. And a grounder toward third. Bryant picks it up. Throws over to second, and that is going to end the inning. So the Cubs navigate the jam. Fernandez loads the bases and then records the next 3 outs to end the game. The Cubs are victorious 3-1 over the Cardinals. The Cubs get 3 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. Cardinals getting 1 run on 4 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is the Cubs' James Paxton. He improves to 4-2, throwing 6 2/3 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball with 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. Fernandez gets his second save of the season. And the Cardinals, Carlos Martinez gets the loss. He drops to 11-7, having thrown 5 1/3 innings of 7-hit, 1-run baseball with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. The Cubs improve to 73-76, while the Cardinals drop to 83-66. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.